Hey everybody, this is Peter with Plumbing Express. Just welcoming you back. Some more tips for homeowners and other plumbers, talking about why it is that it's good for us to maintain our water heaters. Today is the Tankless edition, talking about why it is important that we take care of our tankless water heaters. Now, first off, we are a big believer here at Plumbing Express in following the manufacturer's directions. And most of the manufacturers out there recommend that you perform an annual maintenance on the water heater itself. Now, this isn't something that is solely for plumbers, but it is something that we do a very good job. We should be doing it the best because we're the professionals in doing it. But some of the manufacturers do actually put information in their homeowners guides of how to take care of doing this. I'm not going to get into the exacts of what an annual maintenance should be, but I am going to talk to you about why it's important, because so often people equate tankless heaters out to the way they take care of the tank water heater they've had in their home for 20 years or so. That tankless water heater is not going to be able to be left alone and unmaintained like that will, or you're going to have some real problems. So one of the first is going to be scale buildup. So because of the nature of how tankless water heaters work, both gas and electric, they have a tendency to build up more scale when they're heating water more rapidly. And in a tankless system, since it is not heating it slowly, but like an instantaneous heating of the water to get it up to temperature, there's going to be scale buildup because you're going to have the calcium and magnesium molecules coming out of the actual water, and they're going to be adhering to the hot surfaces. Could be copper, could be stainless steel, but they're going to adhere to that. And guess what happens? Anytime you start building up even just millimeter thickness on that, you start losing efficiency. So part of the reason why maybe you bought or were told to buy a tankless water heater is going to be how efficient they are. The problem is when you don't take care of them, that efficiency goes out the window as years go by. On top of that, like I brought up, since these manufacturers are recommending an annual maintenance, if you're not taking care of them, if you have hard water and you're either not maintaining it annually or you don't have a water softener that is taking care of helping to keep the water from basically, in a sense, attacking the metals inside the unit, you could be looking at losing years off of your warranty or possibly losing the warranty altogether. Now, so all these things are important. You want to build that relationship with the plumber. It's coming back for you every year. They're keeping track of your heater. They have notes, hopefully, so that way they know what's gone on with it over the years. We talk about the scale buildup. Well, not only do you get scale buildup inside of the actual water pathways, but especially if it's an outdoor unit, but even if it's just in your garage, you can also get in a situation where you just have debris buildup. And what I mean with that is not so much of it being inside the actual water heater itself, though, the waterways, but literally inside the jacket, the box, the water heater is. We see down here in Florida a lot, you can have wasps, bees, hornets can get inside there. Unfortunately, because they get nice and warm in the wintertime, it's a great place for snakes and lizards to want to get to as well. Now, a properly sealed up water heater, for the most part, you won't see that happen. But we have had before, we've actually seen snakes thought it was good in a warm place, lizards as well, and they actually try to climb up into the vent. Unfortunately, a lot of times they get killed whenever it kicks back on the next time. But these are things that they start to slowly either damage, break down, decrease the efficiency, or even decrease the operating lifespan of the actual water heater itself. Now, one of the other big reasons always to be doing this maintenance is because it's also going to let you be proactive as far as your replacement. If you have a tankless water heater in your house and you think that, hey, I'm not going to watch after it and it's going to run forever, you are sorely mistaken. It's going to need to be maintained. But as it gets closer to the end of its lifespan, you want to have a plumber that's been watching over it, helping to maintain it for its lifespan. And then you're talking with them every year, listening to their recommendations. Is it getting closer to time for you to be thinking it's time to replace this? Why is it important for you to do that? Well, one is, just remember, emergencies equal money. So if you have to have this water heater taken out and replaced on Thanksgiving or Christmas or even on a Sunday, it's going to cost you more money. If you have to do it at an emergency as well, you're only going to be able to get what's available that the plumber has. You never know. Maybe you like the system you have, but gosh, you really wish that you had hot water faster. And there are different tankless water heaters out there that may come with pumps or come with systems that would be able to work together to be able to make it so that you had water more quickly, hot water more quickly throughout your house. But if you're counting on just being able to make that happen on an emergency basis, it's going to be hard. So proactive replacements are great because it allows you to be thinking ahead. You want to be in control. You want options for that. So that way, as you look forward to, having to spend money on your house, you want to improve things. You don't just want to maintain them. Possibly if you are just coming up on the 10 to 12 year lifespan of your home, so you have moved in, you've been there for a while, now it's the 10 year to 12 year mark, and there's going to be times where you're going to have appliances start getting ready to go. Do you want to go back with that builder grade appliance that the builder put in? Or do you want to possibly look and think about, hey, why would I want the bare bones of what a builder put in? Maybe I want to go ahead and I want to go and upgrade. I want to do a better product. I want to be more efficient. I want to add, maybe like I said, a circulation system that makes it so that I can get hot water faster. But those are all things that you want to be thinking about and proactive, because it's going to be really hard to do that on the fly when you have no hot water. Now down here in Florida, sure, in the wintertime, we get where the water's in the 50s. Now, everybody up north might think, hey, I can get by in 50-degree water. That's not too bad. It's harder when it's a 30-degree water that's coming out of your faucet. I don't disagree. But you definitely want to make certain you're being proactive. And having your water heater maintained annually is a great way to do that. We recommend, like the way that we do it, is we actually have a agreement set up that we set up with our customers, so that every year we're coming out, they're already having everything set up, so we're just taking care of it. We're contacting them once a year, letting them know that we're coming out to get that looked at. It also makes certain so that customer knows we've been taking care of it all that time. We know the parts that have been put into it. We know little things that have come up with it. We know the error codes, different things like that. But that relationship makes it so that we have been maintaining it for them. We have been taking care of it. And for our customers that do our agreements with us on our tankless water heaters, we also make certain that we give them some discounts and some different little upgrades like that to make it so that it's also good for them to be able to be partnered up with us for the longevity of the water heater in their home, and also just for the plumbing in their home. So I hope that was some great tips for you. I hope you enjoyed them. Look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. Don't forget, if you liked our content, make sure you like and subscribe to us. We'll look forward to seeing you on the next one. Again, this is Peter at Plumbing Express.